You ever, do this hip flexor stretch because they're as tight as can be, maybe from sitting too long, or you're running a lot of miles, and it's just like, I just can't get this to let go. Well, maybe it's the way you're actually doing this hip flexor stretch that's limiting your results. Dr. Zach Couples here, and I got a great upgrade for you on this hip flexor stretch. All you're going to need is a weight like a kettlebell. First things first, if you're doing a hip flexor stretch and you're just shoving your hips forward, you're not really stretching the hip flexors. There's two components to the hip flexor. There's the lower leg component and there's the pelvic component. When you do this, a lot of times people will just complain of pain or discomfort on the front of the hip. We don't want that. So what you want to do instead to really get a good hip flexor stretch is to actually tuck your hips underneath you. You can think of it a few different ways. You can think about pulling your belt buckle to your belly button. You can think about, my favorite, is sticking your butt out like Jennifer Lopez or Kim Kardashian, whoever you prefer, and then you want to un-J-Lo yourself, or pretend you're Michael Jackson, tucking the hips underneath you. That's the proper way to get a hip flexor stretch. And then if you want to upgrade it even further, take your kettlebell or your weight, hold it out in front of you so your abs are kicked into high gear. That enhances the pelvic component of this hip flexor stretch. So I'm going to un-J-Lo myself, hold the weight out in front of me, and then of course I'm going to have you do some breathing in this position to really kick the abs. Go ahead and take 5 breaths here. In through the nose silently. Long, slow exhale. If it hurts in that position still, or you're getting some pain or discomfort on your kneecap or the lower part of your quad, you can simply fold over a little bit. So I'm resting my forearm on my thigh, hold the weight out, and do the same tuck in this position, same breathing. A lot of times if you do that, you actually might be able to get up into the hip flexor stretch position without issues. But try that, see how it feels, and make your hip flexors happy.